just saying that people that are happening things to people, sicknesses, death, and bad things and good things. Yeah. I think that the bad things have to happen because of something or someone, and they need an overall God, to control these things. I mean, oh, he lied. That's because God wanted you. We need someone to be responsible of what happened.
What do you mean by what happens? You mean when we become sick?
Yeah, we become sick
so
because
we can put it right.
We become sick because we did something bad and we gotta pay. That's it. And I think that people need someone just to control.
A focus point.
Sorry?
You mean like a focus point? If you're ill, you can ask them to heal you. Can you?
Yeah,
You know,
I think they need someone to pray,
Pray?
to connect to,
to protect. Yeah.
Protect.
To be responsible of what happens to them.
But I had a problem for so many years. Lack of sugar. I don't want to go too much in it. I had a tumor, right, in my body. A tumor produced too much insulin, and I met a lot of religious people. They said, "Oh, if you pray."
That's it. They need someone because
we
that's,
pray for you,
Yeah,
I said,
but
please,
because
but
that
nothing
someone
happened.
is making things. Sorry, I'm French.
But what I'm saying is, I had to go to a hospital, and other human beings, scientists, who put me right. I feel 10, 15 years younger because they got rid of my problem.
That's the point
I'm really
of
happy.
faith and science.
So where does this God come into this?
That's the point of faith and science. You know the people.
What is faith?
I don't know.
I don't know why you use spirit,
That's the word.
faith,
That's the word we used. So let's say faith. Faith is the opposite of science. The people.
I don't know what is the opposite of science. You know what science is?
Let's say that there are people who need that overall someone.
No, science is basically looking for solutions and working and finding
That's it.
and putting people's life better.
I'm just giving names to
What
what
is
I
the
don't know how
opposite?
to
What is the opposite?
Science and faith, they are opposite.
So
Why
faith
be-
is.
Why? Because they needed a name. So I gave them a name. I don't know if that's
I'm just
right.
clarifying.
Yeah.
We know what science is. I just told you. Yeah? You agree? Yeah, that's what science is. So opposite that means ignorance.
No, I just wanted to precise things with science. By starting with faith, the name we gave to.
Can you talk up a little bit, please? Can you talk up a little bit,
Oh,
please,
yeah,
please?
So,
Okay.
I'd say that people who have faith, they want to. They
So
need
they
that.
don't want to find out about the opposite science. They don't want to find out about things.
No, they want to reject the bad things on that overall person.
So how they gonna cure disease?
That's the problem.
We caused.
So they are thinking that by praying all the diseases and things like that
What is
will
pray?
disappear.
What is pray?
Begging to that God to take off
Why
every
should you beg
disease.
for God?
Beg to forgive your the
Forgive?
yeah, the sins,
what
the
have
bad
you
things
done?
you've done.
Why should-
The bad things you've done, the sins you've done. Oui, je sais, tu comprends.
No, nothing wrong with your English, but it's just that it's just a religion.
How to follow me?
No, it's just that, I understand where you're coming from. You've been born into religion
No.
before you
no,
think
no, no, no,
for...
no, no. Actually, I'm pretty
Okay,
scientist
why
like
do-
you.
okay.
I'm just trying to see every point. So
Okay,
I
so
divided.
you were not born into religion.
No, no, no.
Okay, so why did you become religious?
I'm not.
You're
I'm
not.
I'm trying
Do you
to see
believe in
every
God?
point. No,
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Oh my God.
we're all
I don't.
fam-
I
We're all
don't.
family then.
Why are you defending him then?
Because I'm trying to see every point, and by seeing every point, I divided it in two different
Okay,
bodies.
don't worry.
So there are the ones I call faith, who believe in a God, and science, who do not. The faith, they think that because they've done bad things, they need to pay. So there are diseases and things like that, and then so they are praying, begging that God to take off the diseases and to forgive the bad things they've done. But there are people who do not believe in that God, so the science, and they needed something else, science actually, to cure the diseases and to try to stop death. That's it.
So which one makes sense to you?
I don't know. I think.
You see?
I don't know. I don't
No.
know. It would be really arrogant to say that I'm seeing it from over, but that's not right. That's
How
really
long?
arrogant.
Yeah, that's not right. How long you gonna carry on? See, you gotta make up your mind which one is right, which one is wrong.
There's no right or
if you
wrong.
have questions, ask. Maybe I can clarify, or maybe I have questions. Ask.
You know what I think? That's not right or wrong. There are two opposite sides that just match to make a whole.
Well, I tell you, there is wrong, there is right. I give an example. Somebody has got a problem. He's got a headache. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just headache. You believe in faith and God and all that. I don't mean you, but somebody. Yeah. He say to him, "Don't worry, I'll pray to God. You'll be all right."
Yeah, I don't understand that either. So
Yeah. So you made up your mind to be on the science side then.
yeah.
So you see, okay, but
I don't
science side say, look, this man has got headache.
Let's take a medicine.
We
And
got aspirin or we got headache tablets. You know, eat it, he's all right.
yeah.
But the other guy is still praying. And then how many people died praying in the ships, in the ocean? So you got to come to some kind. I'm not saying you make up your mind forever, but we are humans. We hear, we see, and then we make
Actually, that's the problem.
judgment. Okay, I'm not saying that judgment is not final. It can be questioned again for the rest of your life, I mean, I almost made up my mind when I was 20 that it's all this God and all that is rubbish, But it's still, I'm open to people. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm talking to that guy, just in case maybe they have something to say to me that I didn't know. But
Make you understand better.
yes, but so far they have failed.
Okay, I failed. Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry
No,
to
no,
say.
no, no. I'm already saying. I know it. It's so it's a useless battle. I think that I just wanted to see every point, but so I'm trying to see that religion is not a bad thing. That there are things that science can do about it. You mean? I mean things like lethal diseases, and there are things.
Which diseases?
Lethal. Does it exist? No, mortal.
Lethal diseases.
Lethal
Yeah.
diseases.
Which kills you. Yeah?
Yeah.
but you don't mention the diseases they have discovered. There's so many of them. And soon they will discover cancer. You know, cancer. It's going to be discovered.
Yeah,
but you know, you say but no matter how much they discover, I think you're religious. You're not telling me.
I'm trying to defend
you
them.
sound like a religion, you know.
I'm trying to defend them because I
Defend who?
to defend the
Religion. But you don't understand much
I don't
about it.
understand
Okay,
them.
what is God? What is God?
Why?
What is God? They say you try to understand them.
Because I think that
How are you gonna understand them? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's right. But I'm not a scientist, but I'm a science bot, and so I just want to try to understand them, to try to see every point. That's it. So I think I love opposite things that make a whole because they match themselves, and so I try to see the good has the other is good too.
Yeah, but you know,
That's it.
but you know, you say he's good, but you know how many wars have been fought and have been, you know, how many people died in religious fightings in the history.
Yeah,
You think
I know.
they are
I
good?
studied the flag. Yeah, I know.
You know, and at
That's
the end
not
of the
good.
day, at the end of the fighting, they're all dead, and nobody knows what this God is. No home to go to, no job to go to. What was that fighting for? Oh my God, your God.
I think that was because people were thinking, oh, there's the plague, so we've done really bad things. He
Plague?
decided, yeah, plague.
Okay, yeah.
That's my only example. There was the plague,
See,
so
that is
we've
religion.
done.
That is religion. But that is religion.
I'm trying
Religion's.
to defend them for it. I'm not religious.
I know. No, you said. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you. But you said there's a plague, and the people thought it is their fault.
Yeah. Yep.
In other words, you're saying some people.
Yeah, a punishment from God or something.
For punishment, they're their fault. What do you think of that idea? I'm just coming to you now. I just
What
want to
do
know
I
what do you think about all this.
I think it was just a disease they couldn't fight. That's it. A disease they couldn't fight with ways that could help them. That's what I think. It was just a disease, more lethal disease. That's all.
But were they people right to say it is our fault? All this. What do you think?
Would they be deluded to think that?
Yes.
Oh, it's all our fault. That's why you caught a disease.
Rather than
God done it, or God done it. Or,
rather than be on the side of the scientists who think, oh, we gotta do something about it.
it's a natural phenomenon.
What is it? Is it the bacteria causing this or all that? Or religious side? You say, oh, it's our fault. I mean, which one? I mean, we live in 21st century.
Yeah.
You can't say both have, you know,
I know.
it's wishy-washy.
I'm not in the right period of time, but I want to think like that anyway. There are people, whatever decision, one day, I think that one day we are going to choose. People are going to choose. They are choosing all the time, but I mean massive choice. Massive choice.
About what?
About not deleting, but almost deleting one of the sides.
Deluding or deleting?
Delete.
Or delete?
Deleting, sorry, not the stress in the right place. Deleting one of the sides. I think that is going to happen. This will take really long time, but I think that this is going to happen. So
They're going to choose the science, you mean, one day?
no, I I mean, one day people are going to choose one side, but it's still shared. Minds, thoughts are still shared today. So I'm trying to see every point with an overall view to see which is the better one. But I think that science is the better one. But I also think that we need the two ones to make a whole. So I'm trying to see the good in the other to keep this whole and not. You know what I mean by utopia. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And have you ever read
Something not possible.
Yeah, a perfect world that is not possible. Utopia in Greek means nowhere, actually, and in Greek.
Yeah.
And have you ever read Brave New World by Aldous Huxley? Brave New World by Huxley. No, it's it. Brave New World. Brave New World. Huxley. Aldous Huxley.
Brave New World, Huxley. Brave New World. No, Brave New World. Because Huxley, he wrote it about the future of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huxley.
what was Wales? What was his first name?
Aldous. I don't know.
Yeah, Aldous or Aldous Huxley, yeah.
But anyway, it's talking about a future world, only science.
Yeah, H.G. Wells I had in mind.
Yeah, similar. It's not the same person, but similar.
Scientific.
Yeah.
He was British. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I wanted to take that example because science are overall. There's no religion anymore, and we could see that without one of the parts, one of the sides, there was no world. It was a dystopia, the opposite of a utopia. Perfect world, and a dystopia is a perfect world that's turning bad, evil, or absurd, because it cannot exist. So a world only dominated by science or by religion is bad. And I think what that...
Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
I had an example of...
It's nothing to do with your English.
Yeah.
It's just that you don't know which way to go.
No, I don't know which way to go. I want to keep both ways. I want to keep a choice.
I appreciate that. You want to go both ways. But we clarified the science, but you haven't clarified the other side. You have got a lot of questions to ask the other side.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so why don't you start asking them, what is God, what is heaven, what is faith, what is all this?
Because I know that I won't understand their answers. I won't get the point of their answers, actually.
Oh, so you already know that if
I know
you
that
ask,
I know
you
that
won't get the
science
answer.
people I know that science people will keep science, religious people will keep religion. That's it.
What about you?
About me, I'm science. I'm
You're
a science.
science.
People. That's it.
But I have my doubts. They understand that you're science. Because scientists believe in the way they do. They have decided, they have asked all the questions they must have asked, and they come to conclusion that science is the way. In fact, they don't understand what the other side is talking about. Because they mention God, they don't explain it. They mention heaven, it's all mystical. You understand mystical? Secret. We don't know where heaven is, we don't know what God is, never mind where it is. So many things, faith, spirit, oh my God, it's just full of unknowns. Yet, you say, you relax. They have their own way, you know. But you don't even have asked them any questions.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry. Look, I asked them many questions. I said, look, I've heard God, the word God, from my childhood, right? But this is for me to talk. We never have a speaker's corner, right? So this is the time for me to say, okay, I'm sorry, I heard about God, but can you explain what it is? Today, they never, nobody able to explain what God is.
That's what I think. That's people from the old times. I think that they wanted someone to be responsible of what happens to them, and then so they made a bit up with. I'm not saying that.
You know when you say they want somebody to be responsible. We are responsible to our actions.
Yeah, I know, but bad things we can't do anything of it.
Why can't we?
I mean,
you really think there are bad things we can't do anything about?
Yeah, I think that's the plague. Or
plague, okay.
Plague.
Yes.
No one said, "Oh, I want to have the plague." Oh. That's it. No one wanted it. It came like that, and they had the plague.
Okay.
So I think they needed God to be responsible of the things they didn't want and happened to them anyway. So I think that God is just a makeup around the responsibility of what happens.
Yes.
And
I'm just trying to correct me if I'm wrong. You know, the way I understand you, are you saying that when people thought of everything, every solution, but they don't come up with the right solution, or they don't come up with any solution to plague or whatever, then the only thing left is this mystical God
that's what I think.
to make them happy, if you like.
No, I think that not to make him happy, but they had this God to be responsible of what's wrong, what's bad. And so, they said, he's saying what's bad, so let's say he's saying what's good too.
Let me tell you this, I understand what they think. I've met religious people enough. I know more about them. But what I am interested, are they right or wrong? Is that the way to go? That's the question. I've searched a lot. I almost came up to my conclusion. But still, I have a bit of open mind still left. You know, we are human beings, you know. We get it wrong, but I'm almost sure that science is right because science is real.
You are almost, that's it. I think that human is weak, so he needs something over it to control. He needs a support to be guilty of what he does and what happens to him.
Sorry, I disagree when you say generally human beings are weak. No. If you know, knowledge is power. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Knowledge, in every language, the same.
Is fulfillment.
Yes. Knowledge is power. When you're knowledgeable, you don't feel weak.
So that's it.
But when you are ignorant...
Don't be frustrated, but I think you're a bit narrow-minded and arrogant to say narrow-minded. You just don't want to get religious points. And a bit
because
arrogant.
I don't understand what religion, I mean...
you don't
what
know?
Is religion? Tell me.
I don't know, and I want to know. I wish I could know.
You wish you could, but if you want to know, you never asked me a question about it.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you.
Okay.
I'm trying to defend them, even if...
Okay, ask anybody, any religious man.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is
They won't
this?
agree. They won't agree. Between them, they won't agree.
No, because she's only young, she's into live and let live at the moment.
Okay.
You know,
Are you on holiday here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. If you're here, where are you from anyway? Sorry. France. I'm sure you have a speaker's corner here.
no, something similar.
Not like that,
Similar, yeah. I think I was in Paris. There was a place, library inside the Paris. Are you from Paris? Maybe not.
Cheese, but I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that there's relative freedom in France. You can talk, you know.
I think.
So you can just go to a religious person. I'm sure there are Catholics mostly. You can say, excuse me, why is this God that we've heard from my childhood?
I think I tried once.
What happened?
I don't think I think I don't remember because I was quite young and because I didn't get the points, and when I don't get the point I forget just the worst word that were used. I should ask again.
Ask again, be real, ask what is God.
And I should try to gather every idea and to make this clear, but I don't know how. It seems like a tough word.
Well, I know, I mean, look, when I was 16, I just started thinking, I don't know what happened to me. I just you know, the first question I used to ask about religion was, if there is this God which created everything, what created him?
That's the good question.
And then what created him?
Has he got a mother and a father?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
That's this question too in science.
Okay. What do you mean?
I don't know, the Big Bang.
Okay.
There is
Big
this
Bang?
question. Where is universe from?
Yes. Okay. Big Bang. I'm not a top physicist.
No.
I'm not.
No one knows.
Hold on. Never say. You know. Okay. I can't. I'm not 100%. Accept, but I'm not in a position to accept or reject because I'm not a top physicist. Yeah, I mean there are so many things you don't know. You just say, I'm sorry, I don't know. Nothing wrong with it.